Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for the invite to the Fronius open house.
No problem.
Total new experience for me to learn about welding process,
Yeah,
benefits, strength, disadvantages, and the strengths and all the different angles that are required to join metal together. But you mentioned to me earlier about some of the challenges of staff and quality of staff and new blood. And this cobot is designed, as I can understand, to bridge some gaps. So could you firstly introduce yourself, what you do, and then we can talk about what this
sure.
machine does.
So I'm the automation segment manager for the UK for Fronius, and this cobot welding cell that we've got is a new introduction from a Fronius standpoint. Over the last couple of years, it's become quite apparent that the availability of skilled tradespeople in the UK is it's diminished to a degree, and obviously, whenever you can get hold of those skill sets, there's generally a premium to pay for it.
Yeah.
So where the cobot welding cell comes in is it bridges that gap between full automation and having personnel on the shop floor that are obviously quite expensive. So from an overheads point of view, this is classed as a pretty cost-effective way of getting over some of the challenges. And with this small compact cell, what it enables companies to do is, with the investment, you can then use operators instead of a skilled tradesperson necessarily to use this cell.
Okay.
So for example, you can see some small sub-assemblies on here.
Yep.
This is a typical type of component that might be used in a cell like this, where you need repeatability, there's batch production, and in this compact enclosure, which is CE marked, it then gives you the availability to increase productivity with obviously using operators that, if you look at the pendant behind you, is quite intuitive regarding the programming side of it.
Yep.
So conventional robot setups would then need a dedicated robot programmer to write the programs and set up the equipment.
Okay.
Whereas the collaborative cobot cell utilizes the functionality of the robot with this teach pendant actually mounted on the torch itself. So the ergonomic design, which is patented and designed by Fronius itself, enables the ease of programming via teach points. Okay. So as opposed to requiring the programming method step by step on the pendant itself, which is also an option, the lead operator or the trained person who is in charge of this cell can then teach a path, store it in the program, and then it only requires an operator to pull the jobs up for the right part, obviously.
So for me to clear this, so you've got a job, you program it in, it stores it,
correct,
and therefore anyone can turn up, and provided they can get access to that program, they can start that job again.
Yeah, that's correct. However, I will, highlight the fact automation is only as repeatable as the setup.
Yeah.
Okay. As with anything, if you've got repeatability, i.e., you've got these D28 slots in the militaire we've got here. As long as your jigs and fixtures are repeatable and your part tolerances are within the range that's acceptable, then the torch position will be repeatable as well.
Okay. All right. So a degree of care required across all those areas.
Absolutely. And of course, the programming is made simple for the ease of use. And yes, there's still a level of welding knowledge that's required to understand torch angles, stick out, everything like that. But it's all designed around ease of operation.
Okay. And this unit, it's here in your warehouse. What's the lead delivery on getting one of these units?
Actually, it depends on the configuration. In Fronius International, we have some stock.
Okay.
So, it could be the case of if there's stock available at the configuration that the customer requires, then it could be as short as a couple of weeks.
Right, okay. That's very quick.
It is.
Very quick.
However, if there's, manipulation, a certain configuration with the CMT, for example, or a couple of additional options, then there might be a slightly increased lead time. However, it can only be, clarified once
Yeah.
we've got all of the correct information, etc.
Okay. That's fantastic, Johnny. Well, thank you very much for the
No problem at all.
time.
Thanks very much for your time.
Look forward to speaking to you all soon.
Brilliant. No problem.